You can see my Adam's apple. I look like such a boy. I have like a big Adam's apple and everything.
Look at that. There's freaking tubular monstrosity of awesomeness. We could kill someone with our Adam's apple. It's just like a little
I love looking boyish. I'm not kidding, I love it.
Alright, scoot up. Scoot up. I see scoot up. I see scoot up.
ASMR.
No.
Do you know what ASMR is?
Yes.
It's sometimes it's okay, you know. Sometimes there's the weird shit, you know.
I'm gonna leave all this in.
Like,
hello, I'm GentlemanWolfgang, and I have a guest with me.
Hannah.
And we're back at this point.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to pick somebody.
It's definitely not the same day or anything.
No, it totally is, because we shot that hobo.
What? Okay. Okay, so
I guess
which girl do you like the best? You know.
Like is a strong word.
Okay, love.
That's a stronger word.
Okay, which girl do you tolerate?
Tolerate's a strong word. And I guess technically I've known Sayori the longest. So I don't see why I wouldn't just show her first. Mm-hmm. Also, she brought me into the club, so I guess might as well.
Okay, then pick her.
And she'll probably kick me in the nads. I'm definitely most comfortable. Yeah.
Beyond the point, says Michael.
She's my good friend, after all. She has no words to say. She stares at me. Oh, nope, she's talking. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
This is a good poem, Wolfgang. I don't know what my poem says. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. I don't know. Words just went through my head and now it's gone, so that's not good.
It says it's not that good. And apparently you're not that good at reading either.
No, the words were fine. My brain just went somewhere else.
Just you look at the words, it's like, what the fuck does that say?
I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. Am I the kind of guy? Yes. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Did I do it seriously? Or that you wouldn't write one at all? I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Wolfgang. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know, when did you call me selfish? What are you saying to people behind my back? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do. Or people who just like to try things. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I don't know what my motives are! Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. She's the only reason I joined. I mean, she dragged me here.
Cute girls, you know.
Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Bring chainsaws. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? No. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
That's you.
I like that last one. I like that last one. Click outside poem area to continue. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, oh, that's me. That's me. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad, just get breakfast. That is true. That is true. I get all cranky. That's no fun. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Wait, Monica's the tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Who next?
Now let's see. I'll just go in order. Top to bottom. Who are you? Hi, Pink.
Natsuki.
She's staring at me intensely, and I'm staring back with a confused expression on my face, possibly with one eyebrow raised. Well, that's about what I expected. Well, that's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. I don't even know what I wrote. I was clicking buttons on a screen.
Oh my god.
So basically, it wasn't cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass.
She will fight anyone and anything at any moment.
That is good to know.
Are you planning to fight her?
But no, I'm just gonna make someone fight her, and then I'm gonna film it.
Oh my god.
That'll be great.
Fight.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Just,
I feel like there was like some attempt at some sort of deeper meaning, but then she just kind of went with the most basic thing she possibly could and completely lost all of it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. You didn't even ask me. I like it. I'm gonna lie to your face. I like it.
it's like, yeah.
What? Just be honest. I am. They're my teeth.
Just super monotone. I am.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Sounds
Well,
creepy.
because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So you did it intentionally, very plainly. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! That's when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Oh, I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay. That makes more sense than the sentence I was attempting to read. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about... Wait, I didn't get that at all. Yeah, I understand. I don't. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. You have to bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did...
You're so
Oh, I
monotone.
thought that was leading into something else. I'm disappointed.
Beyond point.
No, I thought he was leading into a different thought entirely. So I was trying to prepare for that, but then he didn't. Whatever.
Read.
No, it's not that I can't read, it's just that this guy doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm also very no.
I'm very...
Okay, let's do this. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant to be. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Well, you're the youngest one?
Mm-hmm. She's
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Joke's on you. I genetically modified this other person. She's actually 3 years old.
What the fuck?
I guess Yuri's next, and then Monika's the leader, so leaders always go last. Hello there, person. Your mouth is now very small.
It's like a dot.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Is that good or bad? It's probably bad. Exceptional. Oh, that's you.
Oh, exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath. Through that very... Does she have a nose? Is that a nose?
Does she have a nose? So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
Something in the negatives.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry.
I don't know what I wrote! I don't know what I wrote!
You never know, you just pick out words.
This...
Okay, but if you haven't picked up already, the words that you pick in the poems, where they kind of correlate to which girl you like.
Okay, I get that, but I would have liked some sort of page of,
No.
this is something,
So,
like an ad-libs. Here are the words.
No, so if you pick dark things, it'll go to her. If you go cute things, it'll go to Natsuki. If you pick awesome and happy, it'll go to Sayori, and I don't know, some other ones go to Monika.
I picked a combination of space and awesome.
Yeah, so you got you got mostly Yuri, so.
How?
Really descriptive things, they can be dark and complex.
I'm describing the vast awesomeness that is
The universe.
Something.
You were talking about the universe and how...
And the universe is full of cotton candy and marshmallows. And also I had poofs in there and boops.
Yeah, and that went to Natsuki a little bit.
Did it?
But mostly
No.
you had Yuri, because you can tell by their reactions of how well you did.
I don't know. I think they're just lying to me.
Oh, man.
I think they're all lying to me.
Just, man, this is
I
shit.
think-
You did so well.
I mean, come on, that's what I'm telling them. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. And then she steals it.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly, and then she runs through the window.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell.
Tell what?
It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
But mine wasn't.
In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both that the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. This is how she should normally talk, instead of... the thing I'm doing right now.
Yep. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I didn't get to make it!
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How? You mean like telling me
angry at everyone? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
Gossip.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki, and quite frankly, I don't care. So I'm just gonna keep going on. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Just give it to me. This is how this works. Please do.
Oh, she looks so happy.
Oh, it's fine. I'd love to share. That's you. Just
I was like,
start saying words that I'm forcing through your face.
I'd
love to share the thought process behind it.
Wait, I didn't get to read it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Do they not do literature?
Should I read this
Ghost under the light.
Michael?
The tendrils of my hair illuminate the breath, the embers
this,
glow. Bathing, it must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
The fuck kind of accent was that? What even was that? Sound like I have a lisp and like some kind of accent, maybe. I don't know. Oh boy, you need to work on that. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. No. If you want to see terrible handwriting, look at my handwriting.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed since
you were like 2.
Yeah.
I can't read your handwriting at all. I can't.
Hey, it has actually improved somewhat. So, somewhat. You haven't seen any of my writing recently. So you have no understanding of time and space.
But it took you so long to read.
I was doing the little voice thing. I could have sped through it like a maniac. Wait, if I just click it really fast, do they notice? If I just skip it, can I do that?
No, we have to read.
Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. But hey, it was longer than the eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb.
Humans can try.
Humans do more than try. We built freaking rocket ships. We've been to the moon! You ever seen an animal go to the moon? You know what happens? They die!
They sent animals to the moon.
Yeah, people sent animals! And no, they didn't send to the moon. They sent them into space where they suffocated and died because they couldn't come back.
God. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all. It was longer than the others.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
I could eat the paper? Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hugh.
Hugh?
Hugh.
It's ha-ha. Or yeah. Or
Yeah. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Wolfgang.
Wait, I didn't think it was about a ghost. Why is he never mind.
It was talking about, like, spirits or something, wasn't it?
Really, I must have totally missed the point. A person in the game that's not me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah!
Sorry.
How's it feel?
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
What? I read every line, you psychopath!
But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost's. lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to go to the past.
To let go of.
To let go of the past.
I mean, I don't think they have time travel yet, so either way, the sentence is correct, technically.
And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn than putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Sure, I hadn't. That's impressive.
It's nothing really.
My tone just continuously.
I already said it.
No, he didn't.
Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. Again, I don't know what it said. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. I mean, considering mine was literally it was 20 words.
Yeah, 20.
Lined up in a row. No actual indication of real spacing or commas or print. No structure. Just 20 words. It's like 20 questions, but it's 20 words. Yeah, of course. I'm going on a rant.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Wolfgang.
Yay. Me too.
You just hate all of them.
I only have one option left, so I guess I'll pick Monica, the person I've interacted with the least. Is that intentional on the game's part? I don't know. Hi there, person.
Hi, Wolfgang.
You actually said words starting off instead of staring at me with an intense look of just fear and desperation. So
She's pretty creepy, though. Like, look at her eyes. Just like zoom in on it. Those
she
eyes.
said hi, so far she's nicer.
Having a good time so far?
Yes? No?
Good, glad to hear.
Okay.
By the way, since you're new and everything...
And everything? I am everything?
I am everything. I am everywhere.
I am the all-powerful.
Oh god. If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better...
Everything.
Everything. I'm always listening. I'm always listening.
Cool.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'm just gonna bring in like a set of clothing and a sleeping bag, and I'm gonna sleep right here.
Just not do anything else.
Nope, I'm just gonna stay here for days. Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Foreshadowing.
Of course, I'll be what? I'll be afraid to bring things up to the second story? Sure, walking upstairs while holding an entire room full of stuff is very difficult. And you'll probably fall at least 3 times. We are on tangents today. I'm much better off just showing with the flow and just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
I thought that's what we were doing. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Imagine if that's what kind of laugh she'd had.
Like,
just like a combination between like a SpongeBob laugh and a scream.
or like Woody Woodpecker.
Don't worry, Wolfgang. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
Are we? I don't think so.
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Or you just shatter it.
Doing this preppy voice is so difficult. Mm-hmm. Great job, Wolfgang.
That was instant. I like that.
I was going ooh in my head while reading it.
I could tell by the intense staring at the page for 0.3 seconds.
It's really metaphorical.
Again, I don't know what I wrote.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
I wrote about boops and doops.
Boops and doops! I guess I underestimated you.
Everyone is insulting me! They all think I'm some sort of idiot who just showed up.
Well, you kind of did. You told them you only showed up for cupcakes. So.
No, I was dragged in.
Exactly.
I didn't show up for cupcakes. I wasn't expecting cupcakes. They said cupcakes and I thought it was a metaphor. It's literature club! I thought everything was a metaphor!
Everything's a metaphor. We have cupcakes? No, fuck you. You don't get a cupcake.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's how it works.
That's how you do it!
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Sure. I mean, she said
Writing
something...
that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna interrupt you like a robot. Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to drive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, but both allowing people to get something out of it. Oh my god, I need to reread that. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyzing all of the nuisances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm no... Oh, wait. Nope, that's you.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I don't talk much, do I? It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things.
Okay.
That's the best way to find what kind of style suits you. Everyone else has a little bit... I was right. Everyone might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. Wow, that was hard. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
I feel like you're forcing some knowledge of this character I don't have into your voice. And it's off-putting.
What are you talking about?
Ah ha 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 ha.
Starts crying. Oh god. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Yes, give it to me. Is it edible?
Don't worry, it's not very good.
No, I'm not very good.
Oh. I'm not very good.
No. Wait. Yes? Is that the proper response? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
You don't technically have to, you choose to sound confident. Even shy people technically are choosing to sound shy. You can manipulate how you sound, and it's entirely mental. The entire thing is entirely mental.
Okay, let's
Because
just
if you
go
didn't
on.
have a brain, then you wouldn't be alive.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see, yes. Emotions are fake. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it has a scroll bar.
Mm-hmm.
I like how she put a scroll bar in a piece of paper. I'm not sure. But that's cool. Hole in wall. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Dun dun dun. Do you kind of get what it's about?
He's in a box.
Well, I mean, it's kind of talking about the player, you know? He, on the other side, looking in. And she's looking out, you know?
He's in a box.
She's in a box! I'm sorry, headphone users. I probably just blew out their ears.
With all my screaming and yelling, it's probably not the worst thing they heard. So what do you... that's you.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
It's very free-form, if that's what you call it. That's... sure. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Unless it's edible, in which case I'll give you all the correct feedback, because it is my forte.
Yeah.
Edible paper.
Let me read.
No!
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Was that the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about... I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point.
So you shove lasagna into your face.
Works every time. So, if you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
That's not true. That's how you do chemistry. You have to make it perfect, or else it explodes in your face, or eats your hand off with acid.
Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
That's not how pens work.
So just move your hand and go with the flow.
But that's not how pens work.
That's my advice for today.
But that's not how pens work.
Kinda. Thanks for listening.
Okay. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. Yes, I want to save. And we're gonna stop, because that was long and tedious. And now I want lasagna. All this talk of edible paper.
Ew.
Edible paper is probably, well, okay,
like,
paper is technically edible, but having a piece of paper that was made to be edible would be cool, because then you could read, and then you could eat it as you're reading,
but like,
and then by the time you're done, you're both full and you've read a book.
Oh boy, okay.
You increase your knowledge and your stomach's capacity.
Read chomp.
Yes.
Oh boy, okay.
Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Stay classy, my friends. Goodbye.